Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well today. And today this is a personal video about autism and being the black sheep. This topic is something I've wanted to cover for some time, but I've been getting my thoughts together and kind of recapping my experiences of what I've gone through over the years as an autistic woman and at the time a non-diagnosed autistic woman until now obviously I'm diagnosed. So I want to talk through some tips and tricks and how to help people to stop them feeling like they're the black sheep or someone who needs to be ashamed of or to be made to be embarrassed. I've actually looked up the definition of what black sheep actually means from the Collins English Dictionary, and the definition is as follows: a person who has done something bad or sad that brings embarrassment or shame to his or her family. Generally, they are considered worthless or a disappointment. So that is the Collins official dictionary definition, which I'll link down below in the video description for you as well. But this video is totally from my own perspective, totally from my own autistic mindset. I do not speak for the autistic community or anybody else in the disability community. But yeah, if you do get triggered by this video, it's not intentional. Please click off and watch another video. But I have to put that out there. This topic could trigger somebody, not intentionally. So let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I hope you've had a great weekend. Today I want to talk about autism and being the black sheep. This topic is really important to me. It's something I want to cover with you guys for quite some time. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking the subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. I hope you enjoy my content. For those of you who are returning subscribers, I really appreciate you being here and commenting and liking and sharing my videos. It really does help the algorithm and my channel, and it really helps me to feel much appreciated and respected. So thank you so much for being here, being part of my channel with me. So today's topic, I want to talk about autism and being the black sheep. So as you know, a lot of you know, I was diagnosed in my mid-20s, and I've also always felt like I was the odd black sheep of the family, the outsider, the odd one, the misfit, the not wanted person kind of. So as the years have gone on, this topic has been brought to my attention within the autistic and disabled communities on YouTube and offline as well, that I've talked to people who identified the feeling same as me, feeling odd, feeling weird, feeling different, not accepted, feeling judged, criticised all the time. And this can cause problems with relationships. As many of you know, we do struggle to make relationships and friendships on social media, off social media, and in our own personal family lives. So someone who feels as an autistic woman that she's the black sheep, the odd one, the misfit, the one who's kind of been always judged and made to feel awkward, you have to realise that every day for me is a fight. I constantly have to fight the stereotypical judgments of the world. I constantly have to try and fit in. I have to constantly try and communicate the best way I know how to work around people. I have to learn how to teamwork. I have to learn how to be independent. And, you know, being the black sheep is really difficult because not all the time do I fit into the world. No, I don't. Am I odd? Am I weird? Maybe a little bit, but I'm autistic first and foremost. I am someone that has struggled to process the world around me. I am someone who finds it intensely difficult to trust. I am someone who has issues with gaining friendships. I've been badly bullied in the past. I've been treated like absolute dog crap. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this topic from my own autistic standpoint, and it was brought to me by my friend Nisi, which is the Free Handy channel, and my friend Claire Woodshed Theory. So I want to talk about from how I cope with being the black sheep. So in society, I know that people don't really want me around. They don't really understand why I communicate so differently. They don't understand why I may say a certain thing or act a certain way or dress a certain way. They may think, oh, Gemma's just being a bit difficult, you know, she speaks a bit too fast, or, you know, she doesn't give full eye contact. Why'd she appear shifty? You know, is she lying? Is she being deceptive? Like, is she autistic at all? And things like that. And that really does hurt me because, you know, I am clearly autistic. I have the eye contact issues. I have the body language issues. I have the issues with trusting people. I am very, very highly anxious all the time. As you can tell right now, I don't look at the camera 100% of the time whilst I'm filming videos, if ever. Also, I live on heightened state of emotions. So for me, I'm constantly heightened on my emotions. I constantly feel like I'm not wanted anywhere, and I constantly have to keep on track of how I cope with the world around me. And being the black sheep, you kind of feel like you're deliberately isolated and not trusted, And like for situations, when I walk into situations, if I'm out with family or I go to family relatives' houses and you know that they're either talking about you or they're talking behind your back, or then you walk into that situation also, it's like, shh, 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 shh. You know, don't talk in front of Gemma, you know, we have to be careful what we say, and, you know, we don't want Gemma hearing this because, you know, it's going to trigger her or upset her, and shh, 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 shh. And it's like, don't fucking do that to me. Like, you know, I'm not dumb, I'm not stupid, I'm not thick, I'm not broken, I'm not cursed, I'm not sick, I'm not fucked in the head and whatever. And, you know, it really upsets me because it just shows to me that you guys have no knowledge of how to communicate with me, how to interact with me. And this has been done over the years to me over and over and over and over and over again, you know. Like, people be like, shh, you know, don't say that in front of Gemma. Oh, she doesn't need to know, you know, what she doesn't know doesn't harm her, kind of thing. It's like, do you realize how patronising that is? Like, I'm not dumb. Like, I can figure out when you're trying to be deceptive or lying to me. And I can figure out when you're trying to make me feel like I'm a little child who's on the bottom of your shoe. I'm much more worth than that. I'm worth way more of your respect and time than that. I am autistic, yes. Am I difficult to get on with? Yeah, sure, maybe. I'm argumentative, I'm blunt, I'm direct, I'm lethal, I'm blunt with the truth, and on occasions, on multiple occasions, actually, that's got me into a lot of trouble. But why should I turn my filter off just because you're uncomfortable? And I'm just sick of when people do this to me. They do it all the time. So, oh, Gemma, you know, just cut it out a little bit. Gemma, just, you know, that's enough. And, you know, they make me feel that I'm not worth it. I'm not worthy. I'm not able to voice my opinion. Oh, Gemma, that's enough. Like, shh, calm it down, Gemma. Gemma, that's enough. Like, Gemma, that's enough. Like, and it's like, well, no, it's not. Because if I'm getting slated, attacked, and I feel threatened, I'm going to defend myself. And unfortunately, that's how being the black sheep makes me feel. Like, I'm always told, oh no, Gemma, that's enough, you know, calm it down, don't overreact, you know, keep you cool, and da 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 da. And it's like, well, actually, no, how about I don't? Because, you know, I've gone through a lot of grief, I've gone through a lot of pain, I've gone through a lot of heartache, I've gone through a lot of bullying, backstabbing over the years, and, you know, I've got stronger, yeah, sure, I have. I'm not as triggered by it now, but, you know, I do get upset from time to time. There is times where you will see me in a heightened upset state. There is times where you will see me not as happy and cheery and woohoo and yeah, Gemma's had a right great time, you know, because this video is important to me. This is something I wanted to talk about, and like over the years I have been treated like a child, and it's not often that people seem to understand me, you know. You go out into the public and again they'll treat you like you're a child or not to be trusted. It's like, oh, well, you know, Gemma doesn't get it, you know, it's okay. Like, Gemma doesn't really understand what her autism is or how her autism controls her, you know. We'll educate her and, you know, we'll make sure she knows what she says and how to say it and the way to not cross personal boundaries and stuff like that. Again, that is really patronising because it's like, well, you're not giving me my rights, you're not giving me my voice. And as an autistic woman, I want my voice. I want to be able to advocate for myself without being told, Gemma, no, you can't say this. Oh, Gemma, you really shouldn't. Think about love. Like, you know, don't really say that because you don't know what to do. And I'm like, do you know how really undermining and psychologically challenging that is? Like, to tell me that I can't say a certain thing, or say, oh, not now, Gemma, you know, maybe later. Gemma, I've said not now. And it's like, do you know how annoying that is and frustrating that is to me? So, again, there's just things like this that I've noticed over the years that I feel like I'm not trusted, I'm not believed, or when people speak down to me. I've witnessed this on live streams fairly recently on YouTube and in my own personal life. It's like, well, Gemma, you know, we weren't really talking about that, or, you know, Gemma, it's not really like the time and place to put that comment in the chat. I'm like, well, you asked my opinion and then I put it, or I ask a question that may not be relate to the stream, but yeah, it's like I get, oh, Gemma, you know, it's not really appropriate. Well, you didn't need to actually put that in the chat to me. You could have messaged me privately or said, you know, not now, like, oh, we'll talk privately or whatever after the stream. Like, it makes me feel embarrassed because then it doesn't make me want to come back to your stream. It makes me feel really self-conscious that you've gone and done that to me, that you've made me feel like absolute garbage in front of everybody. So, you know, that's how my brain's wired, unfortunately. I am autistic. I do have heightened senses of alert. I do have heightened emotions. My emotions are something that I struggle to process. Again, that is something that I've caused problems with, and my emotions is part of my autism, unfortunately. Whether I like that or not is a different issue. But I wanted to talk about this because I'm fed up of being the black sheep. I'm fed up of feeling down and rubbish and stupid and embarrassed and ashamed of having a neurodivergent brain, a neurodiverse spectrum condition. It doesn't control me, I control it, and unfortunately people are still seeing it as the other way around. They're still seeing it as something that they can boss me around, talk down to me, make me feel embarrassed, ashamed, criticise me just because I am different from you. Yes, I may struggle to process the everyday conversation, but it doesn't mean that I'm dumb or any of that kind of stuff. So here are some tips that you can do to be a better understanding friend or family member of someone who is autistic. Number 1, listen to us. Give us time to talk. Don't speak down to us. Oh, this one really agitates me, because it's like you're just speaking down to me because you think you can and you're more powerful than me. Also, the next tip that I want to talk about, use clear and concise language. Understand why we struggle. Offer us appropriate support and advice to enable better communication. Help us to be your friend. We want friends. We want relationships. Don't try to fix or cure me, because I don't need to be fixed. I'm no longer going to be the black sheep in society or in my own family. I'm not worthless and I'm not a voiceless person. In fact, I'm so much more than what you see. I am wired differently and I'm finally proud of who I am. Thank you so much for watching, listening. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll be back next time. Bye.